Aloha Friday, and earlier this hour we saw how you can fly to Hawaii now.
Now Jordan is standing by with how to get around the islands once you get there.
That is right, everybody, because the Hawaii, they got a very unique way about giving directions. They don't say, okay, you go north, south, east, or west. No, 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 and they use a lot of, I guess, location areas. They'll say, hey, if you go tree stoplights down, there's a Jack in the Box on the side. You go Mauka, and then after that, you're gonna find one big mango tree. Once you stay at the mango tree, you went a little too far, so you got to go drive back maybe 2 more stops.
I was good until the Mauka part. I don't know which way to go when you say Mauka.
Mauka. See, that's what we're going to learn right now. So you'll hear a lot of Mauka and Makai. So we'll first start off with, let's see what our first one up here is. Yes, yes. So Mauka is actually mountain. So when you say, you know, and it's kind of like left and right. So it depends where you're at on the island. If you say Mauka, that means the mountain is probably behind you. And say, okay, if you go down the street, turn Mauka, that means turn towards the mountain. And then if you say, all right, well, turn Makai, Makai means water and ocean, so you turn towards the ocean. So it really depends on where you're at, and so it's referring to the ocean. That's kind of where your place is. So if you're like, all right, I'm here in Waikiki, and I'm going to head Mauka, you're going to head towards the mountain. So that's a good way to keep the direction, right or left, right or left.
Very interesting. This is how we do directions in the South.
Oh.
It's always by fast food restaurant.
There you go. Yeah.
Like, you go down, you see that Church's Chicken, you've gone too far, man. Come back.
When I lived in Pennsylvania, they gave directions based on stuff that used to be there.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's good too.
There it is.
Go down there, you know where the old John Eagle is, and then you make a right. Sorry, I don't know.
You didn't get it. You didn't get it. You'll also hear a windward and leeward. I mean, those are typical sort of things you hear in weather. But again, we'll say the windward side, which is more of the typically wetter portions of the island. This is a shot of Kailua Beach, which is on the windward side of Oahu. And that typically is one of the most popular spots on that island. So when you say, okay, I'm going to go leeward side, that's typically more south and the west coast of each island. That is leeward. Usually,
do they actually give directions based on that, like head windward?
Yeah, they say if you go to the windward side or if you go leeward side, that means either south or west or the north and east.
Now, what side of the island is the hatch from Lost on?
The hatch, that would be at the north shore. So typically the windward side, you can say a little bit on the windward.
That's where the big waves are, right?
Yes, North Shore, big waves, big waves. I do, though, have a test for you, John and Cody. You know, growing up in Hawaii, I've said these names many, many times, but it still trips some people up, especially if you work on TV or the radio. So I'm going to give you some 2 popular street names or highways, and we'll see if you can get it. You're up first, John. You are up first. Can you say this one, please? Pretty simple.
Liki Liki Highway.
Well, you've been there before, so you got it good. Very good, very good. Like Like.
Oh, mine's got a lot of apostrophes in it.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're new to the islands, it's very easy to think it's like highway.
Yeah.
But that
won't go down like highway?
Not that one. No, no. You're not going to find anything there. But that's the windward side. So the Like takes you from the leeward to the windward side through a tunnel. All right, here's another one, John. Get this one. Here we go. Traffic reporters sometimes mess it up. Well, there's a question mark there. That should be sort of, I guess,
an apostrophe?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be a
how would you say?
Apostrophe, would you say?
Yes.
Okay. Kaliana Ole Highway.
Ooh, very close. One more time.
Kalaniana Ole Highway.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice.
Wow, John. Kalaniana Ole Highway on the eastern shores of Oahu, and that is what you see when you drive along the Kalaniana Ole Highway.
Does that mean anything? I mean, obviously it means something, but like, does it have a special...
You know, that was actually the last name of one of the royalty there. I got to look it up exactly.
Kalaniana Ole.
Kalaniana Ole. But if you look off towards that side, you can actually see some of the other islands peeking through. All right, Cody, here's your turn. This city name was actually listed as one of the toughest places to pronounce in the state of Hawaii. So every state had one. This is what they provided. This is yours.
Aiea.
Is that
Fairfield.
Aiea.
Good job. Aiea. There you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm part Hawaiian.
I think so, John, because you've been doing very well here. Aiea.
Interesting. What's the fish? The fish of Hawaii?
I was going to give that one to you, but I'm sure you could say humu humu nuku nuku apua'a.
I would not have been able to.
Sounds delicious.
We don't eat it.
Oh.
No?
It's the state fish.
Yeah, it'd be like eating a California condor.
Also delicious.
You ever had barbecue condor?
All right, we got one more though for Cody. We're going to end off on this one. It is a national monument in the Hawaiian Islands. Not really visited too much, but let's see if you can say this one. I sometimes trip myself up.
Papahānaukoeka. Yeah.
The first part was pretty good.
Papahana.
Papa don't preach.
Papahana umaku akea.
Close. Well, we'll go together. So Papa Hanauma. Oh wait, see. Papa
Papa.
Hanau Mokua
Hanau mokua
Kea.
kea.
So say it fast. Papa Hanau Mokua Kea.
Papahana makau kua kea. Tina makua.
There we go. There we go. That is a national monument in Hawaii. Good job, y'all. So if you get lost in Hawaii, just remember mountains.
Just get an Uber.
Just remember ways.
Yeah.
There we go. Mauka and Makai. Mauka.
All right, stick around. We'll get more in the show.